Hey there, my name is Teri Thomas, and welcome to Teri's Next Chapter. In this video, I have part two of a two-part video that I did with, it's an interview, sorry, a two-part interview I did with my dear friend Gina, who is such an inspiration to me and hopefully to you too. She just finished her master's degree as a acupuncture therapist, and this is her second part of her video. So if you want to see the first half of this video, I will link it in the description so that you can see the first part. And it's right, I just had it last week on the channel. So here's part two, and I'll let you watch it now.
So where are you going with this? You
Yeah,
got
so
some good plans.
I have a few different things in the works. So I really was radicalized to community acupuncture. I I already knew even before going to the school in San Diego, I knew I wanted to run a community clinic and have a community medicine garden, and um, anti-capitalist commerce is really important to me. I was raised by folks whose activism is embedded in their careers, and so I don't know if it's just because they were my parents or because it our reservoirs are filled with the same stuff. So that makes sense to me and is my really called to serve the people in a bigger way than boutique medicine, and say like no no shade on anyone who is just running a private acupuncture practice. um but I
It's not your calling, though.
it's not my calling. And man, I should have prepared this quote to read to you from a really important book called Acupuncture Points Are Holes by Lisa Rollader, who inadvertently was the founder of community acupuncture in the United States. So, this is a really important quote from Lisa Rollader's book, Acupuncture Points Are Holes, I had already kind of been radicalized to community acupuncture, and I knew that that's what I wanted to do because my driving force in life and my motto is get the medicine to the people.
Hmm.
And so, okay, here we have what's the big picture. Acupuncture can be uniquely useful to American society and its health problems. The dominant model for providing acupuncture involves doling it out in tiny, expensive increments to a limited number of privileged individuals. Acupuncture works better when you deliver it by means of clinics that function less like boutiques or even hospitals and more like public libraries or public utilities, high volume, a diverse group of users, community supported. Instead of trying to sell acupuncture in limited quantities like fancy bottled water, try pouring it out through a big pipe and let people take as much as they need.
Wow. I
Yeah.
do remember you talking about this before.
Yeah.
And I always thought it was fascinating because obviously I've never heard of anyone doing I've only ever known of people doing acupuncture in the way you first described in that quote.
Yeah, it's what we know. It's what we know, and it's the framework for the mentality that makes a lot of people think that acupuncture isn't for them because there are so many hurdles to get past to then get an acupuncture appointment. And
Mm.
part of the doling it out like water from like a big pipe and let everyone drink, and she talks about this a lot. And there's another book called Acupuncture as Revolution by Rachel Pagones, and she gets into the scientization of acupuncture and where once it came to America, obviously we want to quantify it and understand scientifically how it works. And ironically, even though the boutique model is the standard model of providing acupuncture in the United States, all of the studies that are done proving acupuncture's efficacy have people coming in to receive their treatments multiple times a week.
Oh.
And often with e-stim, with electric stimulation attached to the needles. So there's a huge differential between how it has been proven to work and how it is being, what the standard practice is here.
Wow.
So I want to be part of the change. I need to be part of the change, though I will see private clients by request. As I was telling Teri before we started recording, right now I have 1/2 day a week carved out for private clients, and everything else is community clinics.
That's amazing. That's just amazing.
Yeah, it's really important. And
So what will that look like when you do it as a community clinic? What does that look like?
I'd love to tell you. So
Yes.
I'm moving back to my hometown, and this was, for all the years that I was in school, a difficult decision, and I didn't want to do it. But I always had this nagging feeling like I feel like I was born in Albany, New York for a reason.
I
And
kind of always thought you would come back, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to get my hopes up, so I was like, I'm not saying nothing. I'm just gonna let it play out. But I kind of think she might come back.
feel like I'm born there for a reason. Really feel like I'm supposed to be like a steward of the land there and bring resources to the people in terms of holistic medicine. And I don't know if I mentioned earlier when we started talking, I was a massage therapist for a long time. I was a yoga teacher, doula, and
Yes, the doula thing. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm still a doula. I'm just a different type of doula now.
I love that.
Threshold doula, which we probably won't have time to talk about in this conversation because I know I
We
already
can do a part 2 if we want.
will do a part 2. I know I've already been speaking at length. So I'm starting pop-up clinics in different community spaces through organizations who are already serving the Capital District area and who have community spaces that can host the community clinic. And what a community
Wow.
clinic looks like, and I would recommend anyone, we can drop it in the show notes, recommend anyone to look at POCA, the People's Organization of Community Acupuncture.
Yes. Any links you want, we'll put in the description for sure.
Cool. So their logo is literally a recliner, like a chair, a recliner chair, because community acupuncture is, it's group acupuncture. Everyone's getting treated in the same room. And if it's an established clinic that's just in one location, they probably have a bunch of super comfy recliners, which I find to be more comfortable than laying on a treatment table because I feel held by the squishy chair. I will not be doing pop-up clinics with full-size recliners.
He's traveling with like lazy boy.
I will
Or what
not
is that called?
lazy boys.
You know what I did like though when I used to do Reiki, when I was doing Reiki, was that little that chair that opened up and would move.
That's what I'm
That's
getting.
what you're gonna do. Those are great and they're super comfy, I think. I mean, maybe not a lazy boy level comfort, but
They're still really comfortable.
yeah.
I was thinking about when you were doing Reiki with that chair and traveling with that chair. And it's also what our school does a pop-up clinic once a week. And that's what they use also. So I'll be traveling with 6 zero
Love it.
gravity reclining lawn chairs.
They're amazing. They
Like,
really are, especially for that. Super portable.
so I had I don't know how to phrase this, honor, dishonor, opportunity, tragic opportunity
Wow, that's a
to,
lot of different words.
yeah, work with Acupuncturists Without Borders last year after Hurricane Helene, which, if folks don't know, was the just massive, devastating hurricane that got pulled into the mountains by a high pressure system that was in the Midwest at the time.
I
And
always wondered. I didn't know how but it hit Asheville pretty hard.
yeah, it destroyed almost everything here. There are multiple neighborhoods that were completely eradicated. There are towns that are completely gone,
Oh my God.
further out of town. And it's so a week from yesterday will be the 1 year anniversary of that.
Wow.
So, oh wait, that's a lie. The 27th. I'm a week ahead of myself.
Well,
So,
and when this posts,
yeah.
it'll be after. But
Oh
whatever.
no,
It
I
doesn't
did
matter.
say a week from yesterday. Yes, a week from yesterday.
Oh wait, did we just do something that made that little thumbs up go?
Oh, I did the thumbs
Fun.
up.
Sorry. All right. As we're
So,
talking about Hurricane Helene.
September 27th, 2024.
Got it.
So, in the aftermath of that, I ended up, I was only volunteering my time with acupuncture things, like our school president's clinic. There's another clinic a couple towns away that was doing pop-ups. They have a nonprofit also. And then Acupuncturists Without Borders. And I mean, that was like another reason I wanted to become an acupuncturist, was like learning about the work that AWB does around the world. Incredible organization. So when a horrible thing happens in a region, AWB immediately offers their like community response training to acupuncturists and acupuncture students for either free or very low cost, and it's usually like $400. So we didn't have internet here. We didn't have electricity here for 3 weeks. Some people didn't have electricity for a month. We didn't have internet for 2 months. So it was cool that they offered a free training, but I had to like drive to Virginia to use my friend's internet
Oh my God, to watch the train.
to take this training. I also was going to like on a supply run and like to take a shower.
Yeah. Oh God.
We didn't have
Yeah,
water.
what a time.
We didn't have water till Thanksgiving.
That's crazy.
So
Wow, the 2 months.
big treat.
I didn't realize. Like I knew, but I didn't know, like nobody knew really, I'm sure, of what really was happening.
Yeah,
The level.
it was intense. So we're coming up on the year. Everybody who's here is really like feeling it. I feel it bubbling up in different strange ways. But the point being is that I got to work with AWB extensively, and because I was not yet licensed to needle people, I had the opportunity to be like running a pop-up clinic tent and really understanding how to make it function
Okay.
and learning more about the healing circle component of community acupuncture, and pardon me, how important it is. Like they consider it so important that people are together in the healing circle, receiving acupuncture together for nervous system co-regulation. Even
Oh
if
wow.
we're not talking to, I mean, there was more chatting happening in the AWB tents because we're outside. It's just regular folding chairs. We're doing ear needles only. There's more of a social vibe, so people are chatting. But in a regular community clinic, people are resting silently.
Okay.
But something that's,
Makes sense.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
best meditative and quiet with your needles. So, and she talks about that in Acupuncture Points Are Holes, the co-regulation. Even if you're not talking to the other people, there is an energy. The community energy is part of the medicine that is very different than being alone in a treatment room resting with your needles, which is also a beautiful meditative and very healing experience. It's just different.
Got it.
So I feel
Both important in different ways.
both so important in very different ways. So I'm really passionate about nervous system regulation and all paths to nervous system regulation. So I guess that's a good place to segue to sharing that my clinics are called All Paths Acucare. And
Ooh.
so I'll be opening a number of pop-up clinics in the greater Albany area. And who knows, I'm open to continuing in the pop-up style forever. And I'm also open to finding a space eventually and having those really comfy recliners.
In a community space.
Yeah. And I would love
Wow.
for other acupuncturists to be involved. Once I have a schedule established, and especially in the future, if I do have a brick and mortar space, I will be reaching out to every acupuncturist in the Capital District area.
Wow. And get a whole thing going.
Yeah. And even if people only can work for 3 hours a month or something, just make it an actual community experience. I'm not trying to do this by myself. And so I am starting a nonprofit so that these clinics can truly be free or extremely low cost for those who need it, and to not have to rely purely on the community clinic sliding scale model where some people pay a lot and that funds the people who can't pay much or can't pay at all. I want it to be a lot more supported than that. So getting that off the ground a lot sooner than I had originally planned. And then also separately having a biz, having an LLC, S Corp, that is going to be some of the other ways that I provide educational resources to people, and also other treatment options, like talking about the extraordinary vessels. One of the ways that we work with the extraordinary vessels is with essential oils, and this is a really great way for people who are not geographically near an extraordinary vessel practitioner to be able to experience that path to healing.
Oh, wow. So there's like whole areas and layers that because nobody really knows about it. So there's so much to learn.
So much to learn. So those are the two, that the community clinics, and then my business is going to be a lot more virtual, like doing herbal consults via my secure telehealth portal.
And education, it sounds like it's going to be in there also.
Part of my biz will be starting a a continuing ed branch for both acupuncturists and massage therapists, but
Oh, that's amazing.
Chinese medical massage for massage therapists and acupuncturists. We learn massage in acupuncture school, but not very much. It's just one class in the first year. Then, in massage school, we learn shiatsu, and there's a lot of states that don't have shiatsu in their curriculum. New York State is an incredible place to go to massage school. It's a 1,200-hour program. And in most states, massage school is 600 hours.
Oh my.
So it's twice as long.
Wow.
And it's amazing. We're very lucky. I can't imagine that a lot of other schools have an Eastern pathology class in massage school.
And you just had it as basic massage school.
Yeah.
Like in the beginning. Wow.
So pretty cool.
That is cool.
I think it's really, really important for massage therapists to know how powerful they are and to really understand that we are first line healthcare providers, and also that you don't have to destroy your body in the name of spa world. I'm not talking about spa world, the actual business spa world.
Oh, I didn't know that wasn't.
It's an incredible Korean spa outside DC, which is a place that I love. So
cool.
But I guess I should say the spa industrial complex.
Gotcha.
Where most massage therapists land for the bulk of their career and thus burn out really quickly.
I do remember you talking about that at one time.
Yeah, I mean, a huge reason I went to acupuncture school was that I was constantly injured and exhausted. So I want
from the multiple back-to-back massages all day long, basically.
That way.
Yeah.
There's so many resources. There's so much that massage therapists can do in their legal scope of practice. And that is also part of what this collection of continuing ed courses will cover, is exactly what you are legally allowed to do, what you are exactly, how you have to phrase your offerings, how you have to have your consent forms and your intake forms written, all that stuff. So
that you can offer other things in addition to pure massage, like other medicine.
A lot more like a therapeutic health care appointment rather than just I'm laying on the table getting a massage for 1 hour or 1.5 hours, and more like legitimately, this is what is going on in my life and my body. And then your massage therapist, your Chinese medical massage therapist, is able to treat what you are going through via massage techniques, cupping, gua sha, moxibustion, essential oils, topical herbs. So still like learning everything about all of these beautiful allies, and just it is not in the legal scope of practice for a massage therapist to say you should ingest these that you just can't. Even though herbalism is an ungoverned practice, anyone can be an herbalist. However, if you have a practitioner license, you have to be very careful about how you engage with herbal medicine and what you recommend to your clients, because Teri is a lot more legally safe to practice herbalism than
someone with a license. Got it. Yes,
So,
that makes sense.
right. Though actually, right, but you would just be doing it as an individual, not as a guidance counselor, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
Which I'm hopefully going to retire from in the next few
yeah.
years.
So as a like free agent herbalist, you
Yes.
tell somebody to take XYZ herbs or formulas. As a massage therapist, I could lose my license if I told somebody to take this herb. However, I now am a licensed acupuncturist, and that means that in the state of North Carolina and in the state of New York, that I also am covered under my malpractice insurance to practice herbal medicine, because herbal medicine is within the scope of practice of licensed acupuncturists in the states where I am licensed. So
Wow. Okay.
I can say, put this in your mouth. As a massage
Legally.
therapist, I can say, put this on your skin. So
Pretty basic things. However, like you have the knowledge of what they do. So that is also why.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a snapshot of like the two aspects of what my practice is going to look like, the org and the biz.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Super exciting.
both are in the name of getting the medicine to the people in the most prolific and affordable fashion.
Well, one little suggestion that I had from one of my lovely daughters was that we also talk a bit about books. So, and I know this has been a long video. Sorry to, I hope some people are actually watching all of this. Who knows? But let's just talk about what you're reading. So, what are you reading, Gina?
So one of the other amazing things about having gone to this school here, Taoist Traditions, is that at the beginning of every class, even our Western medicine classes, which are plentiful, our teachers will read a chapter of the Tao Te Ching and have us meditate for 5 minutes. So got initiated to the Tao Te Ching. I personally, at school, they read the Jane English translation, which is a wonderful translation. A lot of people like the Stephen Mitchell translation. I landed many years ago with the Ursula K. Le Guin translation.
Oh wow! My kids have been telling me all about her. I haven't read her yet, but I'm
she's where it's at. I don't have that one physically. I keep that one on my Kindle. It's amazing. And then I also more recently wanted to have a pocket-sized one that I could just bring with me everywhere, and that I also could easily gift to my friends. So I bought like 5 of these, and this is a 2021 translation by somebody named, I think, John McDonald. And like John H. McDonald. They barely talk about him. His name is not on the book. They just like mention him for a split second in here, but
just a little bit in cred.
Yeah, I didn't
Sounds
even.
like, yeah.
I mainly purchased this because it's small.
Got it.
It also has beautiful illustrations. Something that I've learned while reading this one is that the illustrations, especially this one, I love it so much.
That is wow. Yeah.
The illustrations give us a moment to breathe. They're very meditative and they work with the text. So I've been enjoying this translation, but what I've been finding myself doing is reading it in tandem with the Le Guin, because I just love her so much. But I also have enjoyed, I sat down one night and really just sat on the couch with the dogs and just read this one on its own. So I recommend the Tao Te Ching to anyone and everyone at any juncture, any transition in their life, anytime there's a new chapter coming up. My current meditation on this is in terms of relationships.
Mhm.
This will have to be another episode. I would love to.
Maybe we just do a whole Gina series. Because you have so much wisdom to share.
I have a lot to talk about.
Let's do it.
Relationship anarchy is really, really important to me. So I decided that I want to reread the Tao Te Ching as a meditation on relationship anarchy. And
wow, and I know a lot of people watching this, if anybody's watching this at this point, you even will know what relationship anarchy is. But so that's definitely gonna be well, let's just say we're doing another video on that because that's interesting. And not a lot of people know about it.
not a lot of people know about it, and I think it's very aligned with like liberation psychology and liberation theology and all paths to freedom. And I would love to, if we have time right now, read a Le Guin verse, if
Go
that's
ahead.
okay.
Please, this is yours. Go.
All right, so this is Tao Te Ching, chapter 13. It's called Shameless. Okay. To be in favor or disgrace is to live in fear. To take the body seriously is to admit one can suffer. What does that mean? To be in favor or disgrace is to live in fear. Favor debases. We fear to lose it, fear to win it. So to be in favor or disgrace is to live in fear. What does it mean to take the body seriously is to admit one can suffer. I suffer because I'm a body. If I weren't a body, how could I suffer? So people who set their bodily good before the public good could be entrusted with commonwealth. And people who treated the body politic as gently as their own body would be worthy to govern the commonwealth. And then I'm going to also read her commentary on it because it's
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
Lao Tzu, a mystic, demystifies political power. Autocracy and oligarchy foster the beliefs that power is gained magically and retained by sacrifice, and that powerful people are genuinely superior to the powerless. Lao Tzu does not see political power as magic. He sees rightful power as earned and wrongful power as usurped. He does not see power as virtue, but as the result of virtue. The democracies are founded on that view. He sees sacrifice of self or others as a corruption of power, and power as available to anybody who follows the way, capital W, aka the Tao. This is the best part. This is a radically subversive attitude. No wonder anarchists and Taoists make good friends.
Oh, wow.
And
I had no idea that she had a translation.
yeah.
Of that.
What a queen.
Wow. I'm kind of flabbergasted. As a person who has several translations, are they very different? Is it like, you just got me so curious. Is it like
Would you like
flavors?
me to read chapter 13 from here?
Sure. Yes, let's hear.
I just was doing this morning. Success is as dangerous as failure, and we are often our own worst enemy. What does it mean that success is as dangerous as failure? He who is superior is also someone's subordinate. Receiving favor and losing it both cause alarm. That is what is meant by success is as dangerous as failure. What does it mean that we are often our own worst enemy? The reason I have an enemy is because I have self. If I no longer had self, I would no longer have an enemy. Love the world as if it were yourself. Then you will truly care for all things.
Wow.
So very different. The language is very, very different. And I think living in Taoism would say a proper translation, any slew of proper translations would leave the reader with the same vibrational resonance, whether or not it's articulable.
Interesting. And how do you feel about, as a person who is much more steeped in the Tao Te Ching than I am, how do you feel about these different translations for you? How does it resonate for you?
Yeah. I think this is a bigger conversation, Teri.
Okay. Third video? Gina series.
Teaser trailer. I would love to do an episode specifically about the Tao Te Ching and relationship anarchy and how it answers the question that you just asked me based on the binary code of quantum physics and the truth of the non-binary existence of all sentient beings.
Wow. I'm pretty sure I followed most of that sentence. And I think I actually did grasp it, though. I think I did. So this is so cool. Okay, we're gonna pin that, especially because I don't even know how long we've been talking about it. Talking a really long time. I'll probably I don't know how to do this yet because this is literally the second interview I'm doing, but I will find a way to put chapters or whatever so people can figure that out because I know this is going to be a long video. So that's cool.
Need the timestamps.
Yes. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Yeah. So anything else you want to share about what you're reading? That's a pretty good one. And maybe we'll just have a book talk one day too. Who knows?
I think I've said enough.
Well, I just so appreciate you for taking this time with me and for sharing as much of your wisdom as you have today, because you are just someone who not only have you just studied a lot, but you're just also very wise, just naturally, like just in your path, and just you're open, and I love it. And I feel like we like 5v5.
It really means the world to receive those words from you as like you know how much I love you and respect you, and thank you. And
obviously same.
Interviewing me.
This has been so fun. Well, I'm just gonna tie this up. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see if anybody watches, but I'm gonna get these chapters, okay? So thank you, and I'll see you on the next vid. Oh, hey, Sir Napsalot has something he wants to tell you.